Well, hello friends, welcome back to another Truth for Today. I'm Pastor Mike, coming to you from the Lighthouse Baptist Church here in Seagrove, and we hope today's devotion finds you doing very well. We are taking our reading today from the book of Philippians, chapter number 2, and verses number 14 and 15. First of all, let me tell you what the chapter is about. Here in chapter 2 of the book of Philippians, we are being told that Christ is the example of the believer and that we should walk through this life with a humility of mind. He says that because the way we walk through this life is going to be visually seen and examined by all those outside the faith. So he tells you and I this. If first of all, in verse 14, he says, do all things without murmurings and disputings. Why? Because people are watching. Christ walked through this life. The Bible says he had no place to lay his head. He was unjustly accused and crucified at the hands of sinful men, yet Christ did all that with no murmurings. He said you need to be careful. Don't be murmuring and be a person that's disputing all the time. Then he said this, and this is what I'm really interested in verse 15 of Philippians 2. That ye may be blameless and harmless, the sons of God, without rebuke in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation among whom ye shine as lights in the world. In other words, here's what God is communicating to us. The way we walk, the way we talk, it's all on display for everybody to see. And what God is wanting for us to do is if we embrace the challenge of walking right and talking right, we become lights in the midst of darkness. It reminds you of what Jesus had already said to us over in the book of Matthew chapter 5. In the Sermon on the Mount, he reminded us that we are the light of the world and the salt of the earth. That's a grand challenge. And can I say this? Every day we get out of bed and put our feet back on God's earth, we should be reminded of the fact that as we walk out in this world, as we go about our daily business, people will be watching. Can I say that one of the greatest challenges the Christian should remember is this? In life, there will be things that don't always go our way. They don't even go the right. There'll be times when there are misunderstandings. There'll be times when you're ordering food at a restaurant and it doesn't come out like you ordered. All these kinds of scenarios are going to happen. The question is, how are we going to react? We need to be people that walk through this life really keeping our murmurings and disputings in check. And we also need to remember everybody or people are watching all the time. Let you and I be light in the midst of darkness in these days. Hope today's devotional thought will encourage your heart, lift your spirits, and as always, may the Lord richly bless you today is our prayer.